never really thought so much about how much the American dream and nature and its beauty and its fertility and women, or how much of a role those things play in this book, in this rather grim ending. This thing where Nick goes out to the beach, all the bad stuff has happened, and the houses sort of disappear to him. It's kind of like a dissolve in a film, and there's a reference to the island that he's standing on. That island back in the 1600s, it flowered once for Dutch sailors' eyes. It flowered, and for the Dutch sailors' eyes, it was a fresh green breast of the New World. So it's that part of the New World that seems to be attracting them, whispering to them. Those trees that are gone now, back in the day, those trees had once pandered in whispers to the last and greatest of all human dreams. Pandered as good as already been in the book. Nick is a panderer, which is a pimp. It's that. And then you get this feeling that the continent of America is luring, like sirens, the Dutch sailors. Daisy's a siren. There are passages in the book about her singing. There's just something magical about it. She certainly, and her voice sounds like money. I don't know if it sounds like money when she sings, but that's what it sounds like. And it lures Gatsby toward her green light. So there's sirens, there's whispering to the sailors, and the sirens are women, and these are trees that are whispering to them. And there's a reference to the fresh green breast, which makes us go back a way. We go back to Gatsby having that desire to climb up above the trees and drink the milk of incomparable wonder from the pap of life. That's another breast. But this green breast that was way before Gatsby's time, that is beckoning toward the Dutch sailors as they approach the continent, goes really bad. You go back a ways, the whole thing ended. The mixture of nature, the dream, the beauty of it, and in some sense the female side of it, the nurturing, fertile part of it, happens in the accident where a middle-class woman who's just been used by extraordinarily wealthy human being with no sense of ethics or morality at all, that would be Tom Buchanan, but where a wealthy person, actually in this case Daisy is the criminal, she's smacked by a wealthy person's car. And when the witness gets there, he sees that they had torn open her Myrtle's shirtwaist was still damp with perspiration. They saw that her left breast was swinging loose like a flap, and there was no need to listen for the heart beneath. So that part, that's over. That image, for whatever it is, of fertility and nurturing, has been stripped, is gone, torn. And then this final image, not the image of the end, but of poor Myrtle. The mouth was wide open and ripped at the corners as though she had choked a little and giving up the tremendous vitality she had stored so long. So this is a vitality that's come to an end. And the vitality is inside her, and she is hit by this vehicle of a wealthy person, and the life and the vitality comes out of her, tries to come out of her like some sort of perverse, unusual birth that rips her mouth open. So that's the end of it. And what the Dutch sailors see in Nick's vision at the end, which he stole from the vision he gave Gatsby earlier. What they are experiencing whispers to the last and greatest of all human dreams. For a transitory, enchanted moment, man must have held his breath in the presence of this continent, compelled into an aesthetic contemplation he neither understood nor desired. Face to face, for the last time in history, with something commensurate to his capacity for wonder. So we ended this way. This great moment that happened long ago, human beings for the last time, with their imagination, which can surpass anything that can happen in the real world, their imagination meets something that can happen, that matches their imagination, that's commensurate for their capacity for wonder. But how long will that last? We've already seen that this dream was an unutterable vision on Gatsby's part, but he married it to the perishable breath of Daisy, and therefore that magical part is no longer magical. It's mortal, it's temporary, and it ends in accident and deceit, exploitation, pimping, all those wonderful things we've come to enjoy. But I think that's a good way to end this conversation. We'll talk about something else later on. Thanks for hanging out with me. Enjoy it. And by the way, everybody says, hey, the only reason you even wear that shirt is because your daughter's a professor at Lewis and Clark. That's actually true. See you next time.